What's going on, everybody? Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to the second to last day of our favorite comeback albums of all time. It's day 29, April 29th. Today and tomorrow, that's it. No more comebacks. Well, hopefully we experience lots of comebacks, but no more comeback days to talk about our favorites, right? As we finish up April, finish up our favorite comeback albums of all time. Bands coming back from long layoffs. First time getting together in many years with a new album. That's today's theme. My pick today is the 11th studio album by this British band, released October 29th, 1984. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was just beginning my freshman year of college, or university if you're watching from the UK and Europe, right? And we call it university over there, we call it college here. And I remember seeing that article in Kerrang magazine talking about the reformation of this band and the new album, recorded at Horizons in Stowe, Vermont, produced by Roger Glover and the band for Polydor Records. Yes, indeed. We're talking about Perfect Strangers by Deep Purple. First studio album from the band in general in 9 years, right? And the first album from the Mark II version of the band since Who Do We Think We Are, all the way back in 1973. It's crazy to think about how, like, Who Do We Think We Are was released in 73, Gillan and Glover leave, and then Coverdale and Hughes join. And then Richie leaves, and then Tommy Bolin joins. All that stuff, though, you know, Burn, Stormbringer, Come Taste the Band, that all happens in like 2 years. It's amazing how much went on in the band in that short span of time, and then they broke up, you know, for all those years, and we get this, right? Of course, this happens hot on the heels of Ian being in Black Sabbath, right? Roger and Richie had Rainbow. John Lord, of course, was doing Whitesnake. Ian Pace, Gary Moore, and Whitesnake, right? So you had all this stuff happening right before this, and they secretly go off into Stowe in Vermont, place I've been. Cool little town. Quietly record this new album, and then boom, the secret's out. We're back once again. Richie Blackmore, guitars, Ian Gillan, vocals, John Lord, organ and keyboards, Roger Glover, bass, and Ian Pace, drums, of course. All right, so what do we got on this album? You've got a couple classics on this album. Knocking at Your Back Door. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's a classic opening to that song. Love Knocking at Your Back Door. Really great song. Everybody's in fine form on this album, right? Under the Gun. Nobody's Home. Love Nobody's Home. Love John's keyboards to start that all off. John Lord is all over this album, right? Mean Streak is more of a snarling rocker, right? Then over on side 2, you got the haunting heavy title track, Perfect Strangers, kind of doomy, right? How about that Hammond organ intro to that song? Whew, Richie's big riffing. Classic. Gypsy's Kiss, a little bit more majestic and whimsical. You got Wasted Sunsets, that's more melodic and emotional. Great vocal from Ian on that. And then, of course, Hungry Days to finish off the album. Then, of course, if you got, I guess it was the cassette at the time, later on the CD, you get Not Responsible also, but that was not on the original vinyl, which I had, right? So it was always cool to get the extra track. But, yeah. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. So, great comeback album. And, of course, here we go with the charts, right? Did we all miss Deep Purple? I think we did. Australia, number 19. Austria, number 5. Canada, 22. Dutch charts, 16. Finland, 7. France, 5. Germany, 2. Italy, 9. Japan, 4. New Zealand, 12. Norway, 2. Sweden, 3. Switzerland charts, number 1. UK, number 5. US Billboard charts, number 17. And as far as certifications go, Australia, gold, 35,000 units sold. Canada, platinum, 100,000 units sold. Germany, gold, 250,000 units sold. New Zealand, gold, 7,500. Switzerland, gold, 25,000. UK gold 100,000, and here in the States platinum 1 million copies sold. Worldwide, this sold 3 million units. 3 million units, pretty good, right? I think it's safe to say we missed Deep Purple. Of course, they did a huge tour following this. I got to see them at East Rutherford, New Jersey, at the Brendan Byrne Arena, with Girls School opening up. That was lots of fun. Of course, we've got Knocking at Your Back Door, released December 1984, and Perfect Strangers, January 1985. As singles. And I was mistaken earlier. I mentioned that Come Taste the Man was 1974. That actually came out in very early 1975. So yeah, so basically this is 9 years since the last album. Okay, and all that stuff I was talking about basically happened, well, yeah, still within like basically 2 years, right? So you're looking at Burn, Stormbringer, Come Taste the Man, all happening very, very quickly in such a short span of time. They packed a lot in there. Tours and albums, and then bloop, they're gone, right? So yeah, anyway, that's my pick for today. Perfect Strangers by Deep Purple. Let us know what you think of this down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, your comeback album for today, and we'll see you tomorrow with the finale plus the honorable mentions. That's coming up tomorrow morning. And then of course we start another month, first time in a couple of years. Speaking of comebacks, the return of Forgotten Favorites, happening all month in May. I will be revisiting some cool albums that I like a lot from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s that really went under the radar, either very underrated or just completely obscure. Hopefully you find something that will be your new favorite album, or your forgotten favorite album, or new to you favorite album, right? So we're going to be doing that each and every day. I've got a big long list. I have to kind of, I'm just going to be drawing from my list. I've got probably a list of like 50 albums or something like that that I've kind of handpicked, and I'm going to each day I'm just going to pick another one. And yeah, that'll be May. So, and then in June we're going to revisit the anniversaries and the birthdays, right? So we're gonna, I didn't think it would be, I would have enough to do a full month of 2004 and 2014, right? To do 20 and 10 albums that are 20 years old, albums that are 10 years old. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the month in half. First half of the month is going to be albums that are 20 years old. We're going to go back to 2004. And then the second half of the month will be 2014, right? So it'll be basically, you know, top 15 of each year. So we'll be doing that. So that's coming up in June. So stay tuned for that and lots more. Let's see, what do we got coming up here on the channel? We've got, of course, the Hudson Valley Squares happening tonight. Wednesday is New Album Review Day. What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility Day. Thursday is Monsters Day. And Friday morning, the Funhouse with Martin Popoff on Friday. And 4 Fusion Friday. And the Professor's Picks. And then Saturday, of course, is the UK Connection. Sunday, ranking the albums. So lots happening here on the channel. Also, I will be at Queensryche and Armored Saint at Starland Ballroom in Sayreville, New Jersey tomorrow night, along with my brother Rich and the other Rich Catino. So we'll be there. If you guys are there, come find us and say hi. Be cool to see everybody and get to see Todd and the boys playing live, and John and the boys playing live, right? Looking forward to the show, and we'll see you all then, right? And hopefully we'll get a review of it as well. I'll get the two Riches together, and we'll get a review of the show. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Pete Pardo. Have a good one. Bye-bye.